Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order and acknowledge that we're in Treaty 1 territory, the home and traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Innu, and Dakota peoples, and in the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation in Treaty 3 territory. My name is Lynn Nesbitt, and I'm chairing today's panel. Joining me on the panel are Tracy Anderson and Valerie Werhun. Our assessor today is Jennifer Martins, and our administrative personnel is Fran Picotto. We'll be hearing applications for revision of the assessment roll in accordance with the Municipal Assessment Act. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application, and we will limit discussion to those matters. The statements that are made at this hearing are sworn testimony, and anyone speaking to the matters must be sworn in. Be advised that comparisons of assessments of properties are not considered evidence of market value by the Board of Revision. The Board of Revision is appointed annually by Council and is independent of it and the City Administration. It makes its decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at this hearing and issues a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the board's decisions with respect to an application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or to the Court of King's Bench if the matter pertains to the application of exemptions from taxation. Should you wish to appeal, information on how to do so will be included with the board's order. With respect to the hearing process, I'll confirm the points of appeal with your property to be addressed with each applicant following the swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony, followed by questions that the applicant may have, and then the applicant's testimony followed by questions. Each side will have an opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all of the evidence about an application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave. The process will repeat for each item on the docket today. The session will close after all the applications have been heard, and the board will deliberate in private and make its decisions. You will receive the board's decision by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live streamed, recorded, and will be part of the public record. We will be hearing items 3, 4, and 8 on our docket today. Ms. Picotto, please affirm the assessor's and applicant's testimony.
Madam Assessor, please state your full name.
Jennifer Martins.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Applicant, please state your full name.
Howard Lindsay McCubbin.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Good evening. Let's just jump right into our agenda with item number 3, file number 24-3414. This is 1000 Salter Street. Ms. Martins.
This is roll number 110302100000. The assessed value is $8,136,000. It is an apartment that was built in 1972 with 96 suites. On page 3, we have our income workup. We have a gross potential rent of $976,746, 3% vacancy rate, 51.91% expense rate, giving us an NOI of $455,626. We've applied a 5.6 cap rate, giving us the estimated market value of $8,136,000. On the following pages, we have our rent comparables, our cap rate evidence, excerpts, some pictures, and we have the income and expense mailer information starting on page, 18. Moving forward. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you. Mr. McCubbin, questions for the assessor?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have no questions for the assessor, and I guess I should have prefaced this before we started with this property. I'll be asking for confirmation on the 3 properties on the docket. So,
Okay.
so I have no questions for the assessor at this point in time, and we're asking for confirmation with respect to the value. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll just ask my panel members if they have any questions for the assessor. Ms. Anderson?
Just one, actually, if you don't mind. This is then a multifamily high-rise, correct?
No. It has 3 stories.
Oh, low-rise, okay. And then that is all I need. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. Werhan, any questions?
I do not, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, and I don't have any questions. So given that Mr. McCubbin has requested this value be confirmed at 8,136,000, we will conclude this item and move on to the next one. So the next item is item number 4, 24-1283, 765 Aikens Street. Here's assessor.
This is rule number 110107555000, 765 Aikens Street. We have an assessed value of 7,037,000. This is a apartment building, 9 stories, built in 1985 with 65 suites. On page 3, we have our income workup. Gross potential rent of $706,072, 3% vacancy, 48.11% expense rate, giving us a net operating income of $355,389 with a capitalization rate of 5.05%. That gives us our market value at $7,037,000. We have our the CMHC averages as far as rents, and some pictures and some maps. And the income and expense mailer starts on page 16. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. McCubbin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have no questions for the assessor, and I ask that the board confirm the value, the assessed value of the property. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCubbin. Again, I'll ask the panel members if they have questions. Ms. Werhan?
None, thank you.
Ms. Anderson?
I have no questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, and I have no questions, so that concludes item number 4, given that Mr. McCubbin has requested that the value be confirmed at $7,037,000. Okay, last item on our agenda is item number 8, file number 24-2189. This is 191 Cathedral Avenue. Ms. Martins.
Thank you. This one, the roll number is 14100123580. The assessed value is $3,849,000. This is an apartment building, 3 stories, actually built in 1927 with an effective year built 1959, 32 suites. On page 3, we have the income workup. We have gross potential rent at $386,369, 3% on vacancy, 46.59% on expense rate, giving us net operating income of $200,169, capitalization rate of 5.2%, giving us our value of $3,849,000. We have some comparables, the standard information, bunch of pictures, and the mailer starts on page 17. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. McCubbin.
Thanks, Madam Chair. I have no questions for the assessor, and we ask that the board confirm the value on this property, please.
Thank you very much. Panel members, any questions from you, Ms. Anderson,
I have no questions, thank you.
Ms. Werhan?
None, thank you.
Thank you, and I have no questions. So given that Mr. McCubbin has requested confirm at 3,849,000, we've now concluded item number 8. And with that, we have now heard all the items scheduled, and this hearing is now adjourned. Thank you very much, Mr. McCubbin and Ms. Martins.
Thanks very much, Madam Chair,
All right.
panel members. And Ms.
Bye
Martin.
now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Enjoy your evenings.
Yes, you do.